One day when I came home, I unexpectedly discovered that my husband had been having an affair with one of his female students. To take revenge on my unfaithful husband, I did something no other woman would dare to do. I first drew a basin of my own blood, flung a few drops onto the cabinet, and then poured the rest of the blood onto the floor. I then wiped the blood off the floor, hoping to make the police suspect that this was the scene of a murder that my husband had cleaned up. Next, I created a blood-stained weapon, briefly burned it in the fireplace, and thus successfully fabricated the illusion that my husband had impulsively killed his wife and hastily cleaned up the scene. I wanted to completely destroy this scum of a husband. To ensure the revenge was flawless, I prepared thoroughly, reading numerous crime books and criminal case files to ensure there were no loopholes in my plan. I then began frequently interacting with my female neighbor. I often told her about my husband's poverty, violence, and other terrible things, then maxed out his credit card and had him buy me high-value insurance. After creating the motive for my husband's crime, I planned to portray myself as the victim. Pregnant women are the most closely watched group in the U.S., so I went to great lengths to obtain the urine of a pregnant neighbor, then intentionally went to the hospital for a checkup, leaving evidence of pregnancy for the police to investigate. But that wasn't enough. I also wrote 300 diary entries in a short time, starting with our fairy tale-like love story, then moving on to the coldness and betrayal after marriage, even domestic violence, making our relationship seem both real and terrible. Then I threw the diaries into the fireplace and burned them for a while, so the police couldn't read the contents clearly. Once everything was ready, on our 5th wedding anniversary, after confirming my husband had left the house, I smashed the coffee table and began setting up the perfect crime scene. I left a series of clues, initiating the perfect frame-up. Finally, I drove away alone, changed my identity, and arrived at an unfamiliar place. As for the future, I planned to one day take medication and jump into the sea to commit suicide. This was my entire revenge plan. After I went missing, the police, as I had anticipated, gradually discovered numerous clues, bloodstains, and the murder weapon. The charge of murdering his wife was pinned on the adulterous husband. News reports featured photos of the husband smiling, and public outrage over his alleged infidelity and murder of his wife grew increasingly intense. Since I had gone missing, the fact that he could still smile made it clear he must be the murderer.